Tri-City Sports Now, I'm Marky Bilson. Thanks for listening to Long Bumper Music. SoCon John Hooper has been writing a lot of stuff about a lot of things. He ranked the running backs. ETSU fans, you'll like Quay Holmes being listed as the top running back in the Southern Conference. He also just did a story a few days ago about Daivien Williamson playing the point for ETSU coming up. And you really enjoyed talking to Williamson and such. And I guess this is in midmajormadness.com if you want to do John Hooper and all this. But tell us about your thoughts on Daivien Williamson and what, I mean, would you say that this is the best point guard coming back in the SoCon, or what's your opinions here?
I would certainly put him, not as one, not as number one, number two, coming back in the league.
Who would you have with him?
I would have Phil Murphy from Wofford, Alex Hunter from Furman, and Daivien, I think, are all pretty equal as far as how talented they are. I think Daivien is probably a little bit more of a scorer and maybe a little bit better, maybe a little bit faster and quicker than the other two guys. But certainly all those guys, the players are creme de la creme in the SoCon. I'm sorry.
It's a long way off, but then again, so is the football season. And there's been a lot of news, I mean, with ETSU and all this. I mean, certainly they brought in the 6'9" forward out of Alexandria, Virginia, and a very fine, a very fine high school. And he can, shoot from the outside, so to speak. I'd just ask you that. I mean, some thoughts on the recent ETSU play, Charlie Weber, coming out of Bishop O'Connell to play basketball for the Bucks. This looks to be like a pretty good recruit. You get 4 years out of him, et cetera, et cetera. What was your thought on landing Charlie Weber?
Very good. I mean, I think it's a very nice recruit coach for the things that one of the things you'll notice about him is also very athletic. Not only he's also very athletic. He reminds me a little bit of Furman Clay Mount in the way he plays. He can stretch the defense. He also drives the basket and score that way. So he's a very versatile player. I think that I think that's kind of maybe a diamond in the rough. They've already done well, obviously, with Bonnie Patterson and some of the guys they've already got. So, I think it's a very good get for ETSU. And some guy, he's not too far up the road to where he played. And, he's probably, close enough to where he can get down to some games sometimes. And so I think that's a huge win for Coach Ford and the ETSU staff. And he's the kind of player that can be an impact player for the conference. You've seen a lot of teams go now to find that guy that's kind of like a stretch forward that can shoot outside and also can shoot some things in the paint. So I think that kind of recruit is the one that seemingly the top 4 teams in the SoCon have been able to recruit and find over the past few years.
I'll say that bringing in Weber it looks real good. What other recruits are coming into the Southern Conference that you've seen in basketball this offseason that impress you, SoCon John Hooper?
Well, I mean, there's several. Rico Williams, I think he's going to be a very good player. He's great with the 3-star about some services, but if you look at it, he's really athletic. The guy that can, sort of like, it reminds me of a guy that used to play named Kyle Hines. He's a really good rebounder, really good in the paint, and I think he's kind of going to be that might have to step up now a little bit more than Eric Hamilton, who decided to transfer out of UNCG Greensboro. And then obviously they've got the two twins coming in, Toby Langley and Sean Langley, that they're going to be very good, and I think they're both identical twins. They're 6'3" guards, I believe, and so can really shoot it. And then they had a guy that they redshirted last year, Michael Jr., who transferred in from Oklahoma. Very good player, another good shooter. So they've added some nice. Furman added a pretty nice season. Colin Kenny, who ranks in the top 10 in Indiana, Mooring. Very good shooter, probably an underrated point guard. So he'll come in and probably get a little bit of playing time. But yeah, he'll probably back up Alex Meyer at some guard this season, I would imagine. So those are two, or I guess five or two that I would say that is freshman. And then Wofford, I think, with their latest signing, the Zion Richardson.
Yeah.
Comes in. He's very athletic as well. And he'll get them some, he'll play at small forward, and he'll probably get a good amount of playing time. I think he'll play more than three, but now that Hebe Aluma is, transferred to Virginia Tech, it'll be interesting to see how that affects the rotation and just how much Zion Richardson will get to play in his first year.
What you're really saying is that the rich keep getting richer in the SoCon for basketball. I mean, you mentioned Wofford, Furman, and UNCG recruits coming in, as well as, we spoke of Charlie Weber with ETSU. So, yeah, I mean, if you thought that UNCG was going to fall flat on their face, maybe not, after, say, Alonzo leaves and all this. I am. The Lingley twins. That'll be fun to watch and all this. I'm too young to remember when the O'Brien twins played for the Pittsburgh Pirates. So, yes, UNCG, the Lingley twins, and now we'll get trash talking in stereo out of Greensboro, I suppose. All right, let's go back to football, where SoCon John Hooper has ranked the wide receivers in a story that came out today. And wait a minute, what is this? You have the best wide receiver unit in the Southern Conference, Virginia Military. What are you, nuts? I mean, I had their beat writer on there, and he says they never have any good players. Why? Could this be a year where Virginia Military actually has a winning record because of having good wide receivers? Where do they get these guys?
Well, I think it's more of a product of the offense they run. And actually, if you look back at last year, they were in a lot of games. I mean, there were a few that they were blown out in. But I think the Mercer games, the Western Carolina games, the Tennessee State game were all relatively close, if I'm not mistaken, for VMI. And, they have guys that, mentioning Chris Thornton, who has, caught 87 passes, which was a school record last year, for 1,000 yards and 4 touchdowns. But they also have a guy named Daivien Lara, who I had ranked 4th and caught 63 passes for 845 yards, 7 touchdowns. So, I mean, that's obvious that they're kind of a one-dimensional offense in that way, but very talented wide receivers. And I think it makes it different. You look at their offensive coordinator, Brian Shepard, who came in last year from Northern Arizona. If you know anything about the Big Sky Conference in Northern Arizona over the years, and that's even back when Coach Ashman was there, they've had some very good quarterbacks and very good passing offenses in that Big Sky Conference. So kind of changed the game coming in there. And they ran more or less a run-and-shoot offense last year, and with some effectiveness, even though it didn't show up in the results. I thought last year VMI was much more competitive than they were prior to that.
No, hey, if they had a decent kicker, they might have been able to beat ETSU that last year. So, ETSU tied for the conference championship. You do have Bryce Nunnally as the best wide receiver coming out of Chattanooga. Why?
He's just, if you look back at last year, Chattanooga struggled at times offensively. I thought I thought he did a decent job of kind of taking him away in that game last year. But I thought Nunnally is the guy that, sort of like a guy that can do a lot of different things. Really game-winning 3-point conversion pass to Nick Piano on a trick play against the Citadel last year. So he's more than just, say, a receiver. You always hear the term, you want to find a way to get a guy the ball so that you can make things happen with it. I think Connolly's one of those type guys for Chattanooga, and they found, obviously, ways to get him the ball last year. And really, from the outset of the season, an impact in that opener against, I guess it was Tennessee Tech, and then turns around and has, I think, 268 yards receiving against Citadel. Not only that, but he also throws the game-winning conversion, like I said. So a very versatile wide receiver, and one that rightfully, so I think should be recognized maybe in some preseason All-American this year.
What I'm getting out of this is you've gotten, and you ranked the quarterbacks a couple of weeks ago. You had Tyree Adams out of Western Carolina being the top quarterback in the SoCon. You also, I tend to like the Catamounts receivers as well. We mentioned, Mercer, they returned the leading rusher, but then the number 2 quarterback you have is Robert Riddle out of Mercer. And then you have the number 3 quarterback, Nick Piano, with the top receiver, in your opinion. And then you love the VMI receivers, and you've got as the number 4 quarterback, Reese Udinsky of the Keydets. Here's what I'm getting out of that. You think there could be another ETSU-like surprise in the Southern Conference football season this year, don't you, SoCon John Hooper?
Yes, I do. I actually think it's more wide open this year than it maybe even was last year. I think there's legitimately 7 teams that can win the league.
Who are the ones that can't? Let's rule them out. Who are the ones that can't?
I don't think VMI can.
Okay, sure. You like their passing game, but it's not enough. Okay, sure, I get that.
And right now, I would say Stanford, because they just have 2 unknowns. So
one thing I will say that's unknown is evidently Mike Tomlin thinks that Devlin Hodges is a better quarterback than Keller Chris, because Hodges made the Steelers camp. He's still a 4th stringer. Chris did not. There you go. Yeah, the Tennessee backup. So there you go. I mean, all that. I still think it's a real long shot for Hodges to beat out a Josh Dobbs or a Mason Rudolph, let alone a Ben Roethlisberger. But that's the case there. But no, kind of intriguing, as we say. I did see an Athlon top 25 that had 2 SoCon teams in the top 25. They also had James Madison winning the national championship, or being ranked preseason number 1 at least. The 2 teams did not include ETSU. But, yeah, I get the idea. You don't like the quarterbacks that ETSU has. Why would you? No one knows who they are. And you don't like the receivers, and I don't either. So I'm guessing ETSU this upcoming year, will they throw a pass when it's not 3rd and 10? I kind of hope not.
I don't know. I mean, the funny thing is, ETSU really didn't have, the big play guy last year.
No, they didn't.
They still made it work.
They were very much, I will say this, touched by an angel, and Austin Herink was sort of that, like Billy Kilmer type, where you say, how does this guy win? And all he does is win. Like I said, although Kilmer started as a running back, he probably had a little bit more foot speed than Herring did and such. Anyway, he's SoCon John Hooper. Read him, midmajor.com, the story on Daivien Williamson of ETSU, and he's got a lot of great preseason SoCon football rankings on medium.com. See you tomorrow, folks.